Hello and welcome to today's episode where I'm making a type of noodle dish that I was experimenting, or I'm going to experiment. As you can see, something came out of it. What came out of it, I'm not sure. But the idea is to come up with some sort of Loh Shi Fun type of style noodle. And then you can see we did achieve something good, and you can see a lot of similarities in this. But let's just jump straight to it and see where we go. Yes. So let's get right to it. I'm using half of the recipe's indicated ingredients, and I've got super boiling hot water that I'm just going to put 30 grams of the flour right now in. And let me turn on my light. Sorry about that, forgot about that. So I've got 11 grams in. I'm just going to go 30 grams as usual, and then I'm going to start stirring it out. Yeah, honestly speaking, if you go over, whether you go a bit over or you go a bit under, it's totally fine. So as usual, we're just going to stir this out, and then as per the usual rice paper batter slurry method, so we're just going to do this up, and I'm going to stir this. I still have to add salt and stuff, so I'll come back to this when this is done. So I put the slurry in. I've gone quarter teaspoon salt already. I'm going quarter teaspoon baking soda. I'm not using a big baking soda, just normal baking soda. 1 tablespoon oil. The amount of water that we're going to use has been measured to roughly. I actually made roughly. I actually made a big mistake in my water calculation. I just realized that I forgot to half my water ratio. Okay, yeah, that's my wife laughing at me. Yeah, okay, I'm going to scratch my head for a while and think about this. We'll come back to this. So, looks like I had no choice to fix it. I have to revert to the exact measurement on the recipe. So, I've added the flour, and now I'm just going to blend everything per normal. Yeah, lesson to learn. If you're doing it like me, try to remember to halve everything in the future. But in any case, I suspect we need to add more water because I am not convinced that I have enough water here. But we will see. I'll try and do it in increments in any case. But the idea is to at least let the dough rest first. So I am deciding if I should add more water now or later. But maybe I'll just add another 50 ml because as you can see, it is a bit thick. But in a way as well, you don't want it too thin. So I'm kind of 50-50 about this. I may just leave it alone and then just add the water during the cooking process, so we will see. But yeah, I'm just going to mix this up, blend it up into smooth, and then let it rest for at least 1 hour or so, at least one. So it's been the better part of 3 hours, so I'm getting it started. I'm going to start heating this up. The batter has been resting, so I'm going to filter the batter per what we've learned previously, if you remember in my other videos. So we're just going to sieve it through. And as discussed or as shown before, this is primarily to stop any kind of hardening or stones from forming on the batter due to the impurities. So it's interesting that this batter being thicker is somehow less fluidy. So that's maybe an interesting difference compared to the previous Chi Fun batters that we were using. But yeah, I mean, okay, it's an interesting experience or an interesting part. So I'm just going to continue filtering this so you don't have to watch it. But yeah, we'll be right back after this. So it's show time. I've strained the batter, and the crepe maker is as hot as it should be. So I think that's okay. I don't need to test the heat. I think it's fine. So let's get started and see what happens. So the idea right now is to try and get the batter and then roll it up. So let's see what happens. You want a thicker one, so there's no rush. And yeah, there's a bit of holes that we're going to try and fix. So let's just get that out of the way. Not sure. I expected it to be thicker. So I'm not sure. Let's see what we can do with this. The idea that I have is I'm going to take this out and then try and split into rolls. So I'm going to get the exact part that I want, and then I'm going to roll it. At least that's the idea in my head. So I'll get my scissors to get ready to do this, because I presume I will need to be not slow or not too slow in order to do it. But on the other hand, yeah, I don't think we need to rush it through. So let's see how it goes. Okay, so I have this. It's more or less holding up. I think it's okay. It looks good actually. Now the part. Okay. And let's see how it goes now. So got it out. So I'm gonna go. Yeah, the sides are a bit too cooked compared to what I would probably want it to be. So I'm just going to try and do it like this and try and form it into some sort of noodle. Yeah, so I'm going to go with like this, and I think that's enough thickness already. So in fact, I will go with like this. Yep. And I formed it kind of like that, and then I'm just going to soak it to cool it down. Yeah. At least that's the idea. So I'm just going to do it like this, and then we'll do a couple, and then maybe I should keep this off. As you can see, this is going to take a bit of time to do, so I'm just not going to rush myself. I'm just going to roll it up a bit, and then I'm just going to do it like this. Yep, and just going to put it in. So yeah, first impressions, the batter is holding up. As you can see, it's doing okay. I mean, yeah, it's not tearing apart, so that means it will be soluble in water. I think it'll be okay. I'm just going to go do this, so I'll come back to it and not bore you with the details, and we'll try and do some taste tests while I cook a new batch, and this will take a while. So some conclusions. I think in terms of smoothness, in terms of the batter itself, I'm on the right path. I think the issue is more the rolling part, and getting the one piece mouthfeel is maybe the challenge. But in general, it kind of works, I think. I mean, my kids, or at least one of my kids, I only have one of them here to test, likes it. So in general, the idea, I guess, is there. And before any of you say that I've just gone and made tteokbokki, this Korean rice cake, different batter, I would think. Concept is similar, but the batter is different. And you're wondering why am I rolling it inverse? It's because the wet part is the sticky part. So I'm just rolling it inwards to prevent it from sticking. If you notice, I tried to use water to get it to separate, so it won't stick to each other. But in the end, what happened was the water just kept unraveling my rolls. So I'm just going to roll inwards where the sticky parts are and see if the oil that I use in the batter is sufficient to keep the noodles from sticking. Theoretically speaking, it should, but yeah, we will see. I'll tell you more observations in a short while I get started on a new batch. Oops, this guy has been cold for a while, because yeah, the thing here is it takes a while to roll all this stuff. And yeah, I mean, with Loh Shi Fun is the same. Yeah, I mean, although the method using the ricer could take away the pain of that, and I have considered getting that because it could in theory work faster, but I don't know. I mean, the cook time, this is faster for sure. I mean, in my experience with rice noodles, especially that type of thick rice noodles, the cook time is much faster with this method. But we will see. We'll come to some conclusions later. I need to figure out what to do with it. So, I guess the question is, what are we going to do with this, and how are we going to conclude this? To answer this question, I've decided to put it through the hardest test, and that's that I'm just going to make a stir-fried noodle dish out of it. So I've got mushrooms cooking up, and I'm going to put some oil, which I'm going to do in a short while, just now, and I'm going to toss everything in. Yeah, just a bit of oil. The pan should be nice and hot already, so in theory it should not stick. But let's just go. As you can see, the noodles held it very well without sticking to each other. So I hope to see this continue. In theory, it should. The big thing to consider is when you're rolling them, make sure you roll out the sticky side out first, so that you don't. So, in order to get this effect, and I've got to add more oil. I can see some stickiness there. I'm adding oil. I'm just going to go, but I mean, if you look at it in general, it's holding up quite well. I am not that disappointed. I think it's okay. I could use a bit more oil, sure, but yeah, I think I've limited myself on how much oil I'm going to use, so it's going to go with that. My wife's going to help me throw a bit more oil in. But yeah, there is some stickiness, but honestly speaking, it's more or less the standard ones you will expect in noodles, so I'm not that concerned about it. So, after stir frying it, just a simple Maggi sauce. I mean, look at that. It's holding its own. You had to put a lot of oil, and of course there is still some stickiness, but that's more the pan itself rather than the noodle. But it's holding its own. It has Loh Shi Fun characteristics. It's chewy. It's not kway. You will not make that that confusion at all. And I must say, it's some sort of Frankenstein that I've created. It's not quite here, not quite there, but it's delicious. I mean, with the right wok hei stuff and sauce, it's nice. And that concludes today's video. What do I say? I have no idea. In concluding thoughts is, I think this is a good usage of the noodle. I made something new for sure, but it works well. And if you're going to look at it, it's not sticky. And I can dare say the usage of it will be very interesting to see. I will probably revisit this to see how else we can apply. But yeah. In conclusion, I hope you have enjoyed this video and this experiment at least. I have still no idea what I'll call this dish, but we will see what we end up with, yeah? So thanks very much for watching. As always, like, subscribe, and comment, yeah? And until the next one, jemput makan, and see you. Thanks for watching. Bye.